sit back in your seats, get something to eat, and watch this movie. Don't let the kiddies see it, because, well, we'll let you hear the beginning first. Thank you.
Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to Closet Chat.
Yeah.
This is our 5th episode and the continuation of the Scream movies. And I think it's very fitting that for the 5th episode, we talk about the final and 5th movie of the Scream franchise.
As of right now, the final movie. Yeah.
I mean, there is the 6th one. I think it's in the works, right?
Yes, and I actually, because I know by the time we have the 4th episode out, this would already be old news, but I did find out more as to why the main actress is not coming back.
Oh, okay. Do we want to talk about that now or after?
We can talk about that after, so that way, it can help us decide how we will think about the 6th movie.
Okay.
Right. Oh wait, why did I turn my phone off? I need to see the screenshots. Of the rules.
Screenshots, more like scream shots. But we need to get like a sound effect board.
I feel like that would be too much power for you.
Honestly, I'd be going way too ham on it.
Yeah. Sorry, I have something.
You can be my soundboard.
I can't, but I can try.
Because you just made a sound.
Well, yeah, it's just my throat is like, I woke up with like a kind of scratchy voice, but
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, it sounds like a personal problem. Yeah, it is.
Why are you brushing yourself away?
Okay.
I'm just like, hey, you, shut the fuck up. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Oh!
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Well, anyways, as I said, this is going to be the 5th movie that we are talking about. It came out in 2022, specifically in let's see.
It was February?
I think it was actually January, technically. The release date was January 14th of 2022. The running time is probably considered to probably be the longest movie, probably, because movies these days are at least 2 hours.
Yep.
114 minutes. All that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that we tried to binge watch as many movies before watching this one.
Yeah.
So that way we would understand what was going on. And then after that we forgot
the fourth one that we didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought the 5th movie was actually the 4th movie. And then we were like, wait a minute, it's like a long lost child that we never saw before.
It's the child that no one talks about, unfortunately.
It's the cousin that you don't like.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I can just read out the
synopsis.
There's a synopsis on Wikipedia, or we can just do it from memory.
Start the first few sentences from the Wikipedia.
To jog our memory.
Our memory, yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yes, and also your blanket cape fell down.
For once, I am not cold.
Oh, that's impressive.
Thank you.
You just have to take off the big winter blanket.
It's me, Anastasia.
Okay.
Grandmama.
Okay.
All right. Yes, to give some context, I had a giant blanket covering, I was cuddling into it.
Yeah. Because usually Sunny's in a hoodie, in one of my hoodies.
I get really cold in Rainy's house, so.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the room that we are in, I make sure it's very, very cold.
I mean, that's nice. I wish my room could get that cold. Man, I was having like a rough time sleeping last night.
Mm.
To be fair, I was also watching a lot of Scary Markiplier videos. He did one where it was like you worked at a cafe, but you have a stalker.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, and there's that one scene where one of the customers is like sashaying and dancing, and then you're like, "Hey, sir, if you're not wearing a shirt, I can't give you service." And he's like, Whatever." Continues dancing.
Did he appear in your dreams?
No, did he appear in your dreams?
Oh, what, Markiplier?
No.
No, he did not. He didn't come visit again.
Oh. Anyways, all right, so here's the plot. 25 years after Billy Loomis and Stu Matcher's killing spree in Woodsboro, high school student Tara Carpenter is home alone when she is attacked by Ghostface and left hospitalized. Holy shit. Hospitalized. Okay, so this is like the opening of the movie, similar to all the other movies.
Right.
In which, actually, I would say it's a throwback to the first movie. So, similar to the first movie, we're at a house. This time modernized. Because guess what? When Ghostface arrives after, doing the creepy calls about, hey, what's your favorite scary movie? Answer these questions. And she's like, pretty good at it, right?
She did say that she liked a certain type of genre of horror.
Yeah, and then she liked the more like, what do you call it? Movies like Hereditary, and the more I wouldn't call them indie, but like not the whole schlock,
More like psychological horror.
Yeah, horror that actually leaves with an impact. Not the typical scary movies you see in theaters, which is just a cash grab.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she has actual taste.
Oh, that's rare.
And I think when he starts, she gets the phone call, she answers,
and this is in 2020,
yeah,
2020s, and there's caller ID now.
Yeah,
better caller ID.
Yeah. Oh, and at first it was a man asking for her mother, and they kind of strike up a conversation, and that's when he asks about like the movies, like what kind of stuff she likes to watch. And then, he starts asking the question, and you realize, gasp, it's Ghostface. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh no. And she's answering the questions. I think she actually Googles it.
I think they were like, I think Ghostface is like, did they were like, you can't Google it. You have to know the answer.
Yeah.
Or like, they found out, yeah, you Google it. Time to die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that. And, she's like running around the house trying to make sure it's all locked. And so where the whole like modernization kind of comes in, because guess what? Technology. She locks the house with her phone.
Yeah.
And then because, technology is not 100% reliable and people can hack, her house keeps getting unlocked. So she keeps having to lock it and then unlock it, lock it, unlock it. And I'm just sitting in the theater being like, this is why we don't do this.
This is why you just need a metal bat.
This is why you don't get smart doors, smart locks, a smart soap dispenser, like a smart refrigerator. You don't do that.
Yeah, because if it's not that they're going to take over the world, robots take over the world, it's going to be like they're not going to really help protect you.
It's not going to protect you, and also I feel like it's very unnecessary. As in, a lot of this is just, to steal personal information, and it's, once again, unreliable. People can hack into stuff. Just get a normal damn lock. What the hell?
You do that, and you also get a metal bat.
And a metal bat. Like, go back to the classics.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's happening, and eventually the killer gets inside, stab. She is stabbed.
But she doesn't die this time. She's alive.
Yeah, so she's in the hospital.
And there's a reason why. It's to draw out her older sister.
Yep. All right. So this is when we get to the next scene. In Modesto, Tara's estranged older sister, Sam Carpenter, is informed by Wes Hicks, one of Tara's friends, about the attack. So, Sam hears about it. She's like, working at working at a gas station or something.
I think she's working at a bowling alley. It's in the middle of the nowhere.
Yeah. So she basically works in the middle of nowhere. She receives a phone call and yada yada, and I think her boyfriend is there too, and he's like, "Babe, are you okay?" And she's like, "I gotta go back to Woodsboro," and he's like, "I'll go with you, babe."
Can I just say, even like when I first saw him, something about him just felt off.
About her boyfriend.
Yes. I know. But at the same time, I'm just like I guess it's because of all the Scream movies, it's always been like
boyfriend.
Anyone can be a suspect.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and 9 times out of 10, it's
the boyfriend.
It's the love interest. So I'm
Except
just like,
for the second movie, which tried to make you think it was the love interest.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I'm keeping my eye on you.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to
Honestly, I thought so too.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's like, okay, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that
a
little bit later.
So, Sam returns to Woodsboro with her boyfriend Richie to visit Tara at the hospital, where Sam is reunited with Tara's friend group. So obviously Sam used to live there. She used to, be friends, and I think she actually babysat a lot of her sister's friends.
Yeah.
So her sister's friends include Wes Hicks, Amber Freeman, and twins Chad and Mindy Meeks Martin.
Oh, and I think one of them actually is a relative to the originals.
Yes.
To the original characters.
Yeah, so one of them, I think it's Wes Hicks is the son of the police officer lady.
Yes.
From the previous film.
Yes.
And the twins are
the nephews of Randy.
Yeah, so they're his sister's children.
Yeah. Which I'm like, that's a good throwback because I know she wasn't introduced until like Scream 3.
Yeah.
But it's a nice throwback saying, hey, these people are here.
Yeah, they still exist. So that's kind of lovely.
Yeah. Unlike other horror or slasher
or
movies, where they'll introduce it and then they just never appear.
Yeah, never come back to it. They're like, yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Yep.
All right. So that night, Chad's girlfriend Liv McKenzie's ex-boyfriend, Vince Schneider, who is Stu Matcher's nephew, is killed by Ghostface outside a bar. Okay, so later on, I think they were at a bar or something, or
they were.
Yeah, the friend group was at a bar, right? And they're hanging out, being like, "Whoa, shady stuff is happening." And then let's see, Chad's girlfriend, who's this kind of emo-looking punk chick, who's kind of a bitch, like straight up. She's like, let's see, her ex-boyfriend was there. He looks like these kids are like in high school.
Yeah, they're still in high school.
And also, why are they at a bar? Anyways,
because their logic is usually thrown out the window.
I guess. I forget the reason. Like, were they actually at a bar, or were they like somewhere else?
I think it was a bar.
Anyways, so her ex-boyfriend, who was like a straight up adult male.
Ew.
Very, very gross. I don't like the implication there. So he's trying to like get her back or flirt with her, and then Chad is like, get away. Later when he's outside the bar, he's taking a piss and he gets stabbed. From what I remember, I think it was his car or somebody's car was in front of him when he was taking the piss.
Yeah.
And the lights turned on. It was the brights, so he couldn't actually see who was in the car. And yeah, stuff happens. He gets killed. And that was Stu Matcher's nephew, which is interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
Going back to the hospital, Sam is attacked by Ghostface.
Ooh. No, wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the hospital, Sam has a hallucination of Billy Loomis. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay. This is when, No. She has the hallucination, but she's also attacked by Ghostface,
yes,
like, very,
like a few minutes after she
yeah, and I don't know if, like, I think people like didn't believe her initially or something, because nobody saw it happen. It was just her by herself. And she's also, having the hallucinations. Billy Loomis, who Sam learned as a teenager was her biological father.
Which I'm just like, that kind of throws a little bit of a wrench. Because that would imply that Billy cheated on Sydney.
That was, yeah, like straight up. I believe, also it's like the woman he cheated on with, like, I think she was also cheating on her boyfriend.
I think so.
Because I think she had the boyfriend who was the father at the time. And then she got pregnant. Anyway, so basically what happened is that Billy, I think this is when he was with Sydney, or maybe perhaps before he was with Sydney.
I think it has to be during, because
I think it was during around the time.
Yeah.
So, he cheated on her with Sam's mother, who she was with her boyfriend at the time too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, Sam didn't know about this until way later, and that kind of like broke her mind, and she's like, "Oh, I am like my father isn't really my father," like all this stuff, right? And I think, if I remember correctly, she like started going to drugs and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Kind of breaking apart from her family, and it was like really rough on her sister, Tara. And yeah, okay, so
Yeah, and then they have a big fight, and then like Tara screams at Sam to leave her alone. And then it was then where Sam decides for her and her boyfriend to go visit an expert of Ghostface.
Yes.
Who is that expert?
Dewey Riley.
Yay! Who actually has been in bad shape since he got divorced with Gail.
As y'all remember,
on and off
Dewey
again.
and Gail are hot and cold. Yep, on and off again.
And oh my god, I remember that I got so excited because I remember when we were watching it, I started like shaking.
Yeah.
Like I think I grabbed your arm and I started shaking you.
Yeah.
Because out of excitement. Which I'm just like, best boy is back.
Our favorite pincushion is back.
Yeah.
Oh no. Anyways.
I'm gonna have my reaction later.
So they, they visit him. He's living in a little trailer, cute place. When the camera is like panning throughout it, and you can see, photos of him and Gail. But there's also like, yeah, they're divorced, but he's still, there's still like some feelings left there.
He still cares for her.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was then or later that we find out about this. But basically, him and Gail were going to like do their own thing. Like he was going to become like, be sheriff or do something big, while Gail was also doing some like big project, right?
Yeah.
But then he never like did it, I think. Then he just kind of left her behind. So he contacts Gail and Sydney, warning them about the return of Ghostface.
Oh, wait. I remember this was before he did that. He explained the rules.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Mm-hmm. All right. Would you like to give us the rules again?
Yes. So these are 3 new rules that were technically introduced throughout the series, but these are rules that have been reintroduced by Dewey. So rule number 1, never trust your love interests. Yep. Number 2, the killer always has something to do with the past.
Yep.
Yeah. And number 3, the first victim always has a circle of friends that the killer is part of. Yep. So that basically was like, ooh.
Yep. Right on the mark.
Yeah, and there are actually 2 other rules, one of which I'm not going to say until we get to that part. But one of them was said by Gail, which was the movie always goes back to the original. So, and it was already apparent, like, as we were going through this one, because this is what Scream 4 should have been. But as it was like very obvious, they're getting people who are connected to the original events. So it's like, ooh, okay, here it goes. Yep. All right, and let's go ahead.
All right, so Dewey joins them at Mindy and Chad's home and is reunited with twins' mother, Martha, Randy Meek's sister.
Yeah, I also like the fact that. Hold on, I'm sorry. I think we're skipping ahead a little too far. Because he did contact Sydney.
Yeah.
But he couldn't contact Gail.
Oh, yeah. Basically, he sent, I think he sent a text to Gail. He didn't even, like, try to call her.
He tried calling her, and he tried sending a text, and he was like, yep, nope.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
Which later on, Gail is like, "Hey, what the heck, man?
why did you send me a text?
You could have called me.
Yeah.
Like, where have you been all this time? What the hell?" Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I got so excited every time each new original character came back.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I was shaking you like a maraca.
Yeah. I was shaked a lot.
I'm so sorry. I was so excited. All right. Anyway, going back. Dewey meets with the teens and Randy's sister.
Martha.
Mm-hmm.
And they reunite, they're like discussing stuff, and so due to the three attacks having targeted people related to the original killers, Sam is accused of being the killer.
Yeah, because I think this is the point where they learned that, yeah, I think this is the point where they learned that Sam is connected to Billy.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh shit, he was your father? That definitely automatically makes you the murderer." And she's like, "What?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't even here when the first one happened." And they're like, "Sure you weren't." Because, as typical for this franchise, the friend group always points fingers at each other at one
Yep.
point. So that happened, and then later on, I think it's like the next day or later in the day, and this is when we're in the scene with Wes.
Oh yeah, and his mom, who was in the last movie.
Right. So, we're at Wes's house. He is the son of the police officer from the previous film. Um, he is home alone, taking a shower, making food, and there's a lot of moments in which, you think there's going to be a jump scare. No.
My heart couldn't take it.
Honestly, it was pretty good.
It was.
I thought it was a pretty good way of creating the suspense, but not actually like doing the typical like jump scare in that moment. For example, he opens the fridge door, he's rummaging through it, you hear the kind of like intense
music,
and then he just closes it. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he kept doing that. And but at one point he is eventually Oh wait, no, it wasn't him. Okay, hold on.
Who? Wes?
Yeah.
No, so I think because the movie made it sound like it's happening at the same time where Ghostface is telling his mom, the sheriff,
so
to come back.
his mom is like, she was doing some stuff, and she gets a phone call. Or rather, I think she gets radioed. Or is it a phone call?
So it's a phone call because like, she's off duty and she's trying to get food.
Yeah.
And then she gets a phone call saying, "Hey,
your son is gonna die.
Your son's gonna die." And she starts turning around and she turns on her siren and she starts radioing her office for backup.
Yeah.
And I think Wes dies first.
Does he?
I think so.
I thought he dies afterwards.
No, I think he dies first.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, it's confusing. Like I will admit, the scene is confusing because it's like hard to tell who is
I thought he died second because his mom was literally dead outside the door, and that's how he like tried to leave, and then she was like dying.
Oh no. So I think, I think she does die first, and then he tries to go investigate, and then he dies.
Yeah, so that's basically what happens. She dies like right outside the house, trying to get inside. She gets stabbed. So I think Ghostface like opens the door and he like murders her. Wes is freaking out. I think he has like a taser or something, right?
Yeah, because his mom is like,
"This very productive."
She's like, "This town has had history. Protect yourself.
Here, son, have this taser for your birthday." Very much a overprotective mom. I mean, she's a cop. It's very understandable. I was pretty sad about this because I liked Wes. Like, I thought he was like probably one of the nicest characters in the friend group, at least. Like, genuinely nice guy. Like,
yeah.
But, of course, he's like, I think he's the first of the friend group to die.
To officially die, yeah.
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 So there is 2 other victims. All right. So after that,
Dale does come into the scene. So it does. Mm-hmm. And of course, we have the scene of where she's mad that he just texted her about the murder.
Yeah, she's like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Yeah, and then he's just like, and he points out that she has her camera crew, which is like, you're still the same person you were.
Yeah, because she is there to cover the story, right?
Yeah.
So they're having their lovers quarrel, and meanwhile, at the hospital, Tara and Richie are attacked by Ghostface.
Oh, I think. Hold on. No. Sam gets there for like just to check because she used to babysit this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Then she learns that Tara might be in danger, so her and Dewey go back to the
right,
hospital.
because she was checking on Wes, and that's when she saw there was like a murder scene, and she's like, "Oh shit!" Runs back to the hospital. Hospital's empty, and then meanwhile, Tara and Richie are getting attacked.
I think, yeah, because
and she runs with Dewey. I think Dewey like picks her up.
Yeah, because she was in a wheelchair, which
Tara was.
Tara was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, because she was in her hospital room.
She was
Everything
on a
was
private
silent.
floor. Yeah.
And spooky shit starts to happen, and so she gets into her wheelchair, starts to like move around, and that's when she sees there's literally nobody here. Or rather, there was security, but they're dead.
Yeah. And like,
which makes no fucking sense. Why is this hospital completely empty? Where is everybody?
There's a reason why. Because they put her on a private floor.
Even if it's a private floor, I still expect there to be like, actual like nurses, security, like stuff happening. Like it's not entirely silent.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that the police officer there to guard her, he was there, and he did die just before she went to check. But the nurses, I think they had to go somewhere else. I'm assuming.
Even then, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't try to find reason. Don't do it.
Well, I'm just pulling a you, because you always try to find reason.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Stop. There's no rhyme or reason for this. Like, it just makes no sense to me. No, stop pointing at me. Stop it. Stop it. You know me. I am very critical.
Yeah.
There has to be logic behind everything.
Yeah, I'm putting logic into it.
Well,
just like you do.
No. No. That still makes no sense.
Okay.
For all of the nurses to be gone, there always has to be somebody, like,
oh, that's a good point.
There, supervision.
Maybe they were on the way up. That's what...
Rainy, I'm going to kill you! No! Okay, anyways. So, Dewey and Sam get there. They're, there's a bit of a, fuck, okay, this is the sad scene. But basically, Dewey and Sam get there, they're escaping. Dewey is like, you guys go on ahead, I'll stop him. And I think there was, multiple instances in which he could have just, unmasked Ghostface or, straight up kill Ghostface or incapacitate him in some way. I feel like there was a lot of opportunities for it.
Well, he was about to do it.
Well, that's the thing with these movies. It's why are you so slow? There's these, high-risk scenes happening, lots of tension, and you decide to suddenly stop and look longingly into the camera or look cool, strike a pose, and then you get, fucking, what?
Well,
you understand what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, I do.
It happens in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
In which it's what are you doing?
Yeah. I think he was going to, but then his phone rang, and it was a text from Gail, or...
Okay, but, it's still stupid. It is
still stupid, but it also shows that he's human. That they're human. We get distracted. Sonny.
No.
Sonny.
No.
We get distracted very easily.
He's been through 4 movies.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess then he will never appear in another movie.
Anyways, I understand. Yeah, it's supposed to be the thing where oh, Gail, oh my god, he still loves her. But then as you can probably guess it, Dewey dies.
Permanently this time.
Permanently.
No more pincushion.
No more pincushion. So, yeah, super sad.
And it's really fucked up because Ghostface says, it's an honor. And I'm just like, no.
So, for the first time, one of the original cast, not including, Randy.
Well, it's been the first time since Scream 2.
Yeah.
That original cast member died.
Yes.
Or original character died.
And it just goes to show, back to that one rule, anybody can die.
Yeah.
Even the original or the main character.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, where Gail starts crying because, love, it was her, she did love him.
Yeah, they still loved each other. So she's grieving, and this is when Sydney arrives. She learns of Dewey's death because I think Gail calls her, right?
I think Gail tells her on her way here.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's just, so sad. And then, and they try to figure out a game plan. They even try to get Sam to help out.
Yeah.
But Sam's priority is like, I'm gonna get Tara out of here because
Yeah.
this town is
Like, fucked up.
fucked up. I need to get her out of here.
Yeah. Which is, honestly one of the most reasonable responses.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, also, are y'all, like, talking to, like, the police and shit? Like, why?
I think they are, but they're just like, no, we just need to get out
Yeah,
of
they're
here.
like, fuck the police, I don't trust them.
Yeah.
It's like very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like, screw you. I'm gonna take Tara and leave. And they are like about to like they're in like literally in the process of leaving when Tara is like, oh shit, my inhaler.
Like, I need it. Like, I don't know where it is. I thought I had it. And they were just like, okay, it's like, we need to get the prescription, but we don't know how long until we get to a pharmacy once we leave. So Tara's like, oh, my friend Amber has one.
Yes.
And they're just like, okay, let's go to Amber's house then, which during that house is a party.
Which is weird. Like, why are y'all having a big teenage block party when there are murders occurring?
Yeah. And it's even fucked up where that house is, which we're gonna reveal in just a second.
Oh boy. Okay. So yeah.
Oh, so here's why. It's in honor of Wes's memory, and I'm just like, Wes would not want you guys to have a party.
He would want y'all to be safe.
Yeah, he would want
maybe
you
have
to
a party after like the killing spree is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the fucked up part is this house is Stu's former home where the original Woodsboro massacre took place.
Yeah. And then during that time there's a montage of characters being like, oh, you could be the killer. And it's like, you could be the killer. Yeah, it's like kind of some scenes that are throwback to the original.
Yeah, I think they're watching one of the stab movies and they're like, don't go in there, or like, talking about basically one of the twins, Randy's niece. She's a total lesbian, by the way, which I love.
I think we were so excited when that happened.
Yeah, we're like, oh yes, a queer person, love it.
And I think deep down I was like, please don't die.
Please don't die.
Please don't die. Because not only that, she's also a person of color.
Yeah, which is like, ooh, you're gay and you're a person of color.
Please
we'll kill.
Don't kill. Don't kill her. Don't kill her brother. Because, like, also her brother's a person of color. I think they're, like, half black, half white.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, please don't kill them.
Like, they're precious. Like, don't kill them.
Yeah. But, yeah, so
So there's, like, that montage, and then, Amber is like, oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab, like, beer from the basement. And then, the twin, what's her face? Mindy. She's like,
rule number 1, don't ever say you're gonna be right back.
Yeah, and then she's like, you could be the killer, blah, blah, blah. So they end up, I think they both go to the basement together.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, a lot of tension between them.
Yeah.
Like, at first I thought it was gonna, like, like, be more of like a sexual tension type thing, but,
Sunny.
Yeah, let's, like, hold up.
These are minors.
So, I think it's around this point where Chad was with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is like, we should fuck, and he's like, no, there's like this killer out there. We're not just gonna like.
And then he accused her.
Yeah, he's like, you could be the killer for all I know. And she's like, what the fuck? I'm your girlfriend. Like, why do you accuse me like that? And he's like, well, and she's like, no, fuck you, I'm leaving, which is fair because like, imagine your significant other being like, well, you could probably be the killer, which fair, like maybe you are, but like still, that's like big lack of trust.
Yeah.
So she leaves in anger.
And then he gets attacked.
Yeah, she gets it. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he goes after her because he realizes she's gone. I think he tries to track her phone or something like that. And that's when he gets ambushed by Ghostface, gets stabbed. His girlfriend is like
inside the house.
I think she went back to the house. It's just like, where's Chad? And they're like, I don't know. I'm gonna go look for him. And I think she goes to look for him and gets stabbed.
Hold on. Okay, her name is Liv. Let me look up. See, Liv is Liv.
I like how they straight up do not like Liv again in the Wikipedia.
Hold on, that's what I'm looking for. Ah.
Oh wait. Okay, no, I found it. So Liv doesn't die immediately. Actually, in fact, I don't think she goes out to find Chad quite yet. Or maybe she does. Wait, I think it's the case where she does find him and she runs back inside to tell everybody, like, oh my god, he's like, he got stabbed.
Stabbed.
Her hands are like covered in blood. And then they're like, oh, well, you could be the killer. And she's like, bro, can we call 911? Like,
And-
he's like dying outside.
And she says, like, I'm not the killer. And then Amber, who is Tara's best friend, says, I know, and then kills her.
She
with a
shoots
gun.
her in the
Yeah.
head, pulls out a gun, like a Glock, and just shoots her. And everybody
Yeah.
is like, whoa!
And at that point, Gail and Sydney have already reached the house with to just warn Sarah and Tara. Because they
Yeah.
realize where the address is, and they're like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, they're there when, like, all of this occurs. Because, like, I think what happens is that Tara, didn't she, like, get,
She got trapped, like she got tied up.
yeah, she got tied up and she's, like, in a closet somewhere. I don't know if this is
Not-
before or after Amber was, like, revealed as, like...
This was before.
Okay, so,
Also-
Sam is, like, looking for her, right?
Yes. And also
during this, and that's when everything starts to go down.
Yeah. And then like they just start doing a chasing, and then at some point it was revealed that Richie is also Ghostface.
Well, that's a little bit, yeah, basically around the same time as Amber.
Yeah.
So yes.
And it's like,
Well, actually, this happened immediately because she reveals herself as Ghostface, and Richie and Sam like flee to the basement.
oh, hold on,
And Richie, yeah,
I think we're jumping around so often.
we are jumping around a
Yeah,
lot.
hold on.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so she kills it. Sydney and Gail arrive at the house, which they hear screaming. They're like, that sounds about right. And then Sydney grabs her gun, gives one to Gail as they approach the house.
Mhm.
Amber comes out crying that she's been stabbed. And Sydney and Gail are like, fuck you, you're lying.
Yeah.
And of course, Amber shoots Gail before going back inside the house.
Yeah. And then I think around this point, Richie and Sam are hiding in the basement, and then Richie speculates to Sam that Tara is Amber's accomplice, and then Sam is like, "No, fuck you.
Like, she's in
You cannot like accuse my sister.
but she's in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, she's like, she's my sister, first of all. Second of all, she is the first victim. Like, fuck you, Richie.
She's the first survivor. How can she do that?
Yeah, so she leaves him to find Tara, and that's when she discovered she's tied up in the closet. And then, like, going back to Gail and Sydney.
Yeah, so Sydney walks into the house, like, you know, and it's the same house that she had to go through. So you can tell, at that point, you can tell, like,
This is very painful.
it's very painful for her. She has to relive this one more time. Because, of course, like, there have been times where she's had a house, like, there was one, Scream 3, she had to relive that same moments because it's a rebuilt of the house.
Yes.
But this is the actual real one, so she's like, it's much more painful.
Yeah. I don't think we ever talked about that in Scream 3, that she was in the actual, like, set.
Yeah, I think we
We entirely skipped that.
To be fair, these reviews have been chaotic.
It has been very chaotic. I promise that we'll do better in the future.
But we'll try.
But yeah, so Gail is injured because, like you said, Amber shoots her before going back inside. This is when Sam, you know, she found her sister, and then she like goes back to Richie, and this is like Richie just fucking stabs Sam, and he reveals himself to be Amber's partner.
Yeah, and like it's because they want to make a better stab movie because they feel like after a little while the stab movies were becoming
Like stale. Yeah, they met online, and I think there's like a weird thing where they're like dating. Like, I don't know. It was like a big implication that they were like together because Amber kept calling him hun and stuff, and I was like, this is like a 30-year-old man, and you're like 17. This is so gross.
Like, stop! You're still a baby.
You're a minor. This is disgusting. I mean, they're both awful people, so.
Yeah, and then like I think they actually reference the scene where Sydney is tricking Billy and Stu like with the phone call. Like that's what Tara is doing because Sam did untie her and Tara's taunting them with a phone call. And then Sam is trying to fight Richie.
Yeah.
As Amber gets ganged up by Sydney and Gail.
Yeah. So And I think Tara even joins the fight too. Because I think Tara goes after Amber while Sam attacks Richie, like you said.
Yeah, and then like hold on, and then like before that, just before we get to the Sam versus Richie fight,
Mm-hmm.
Amber does fall on the stove that is lit up.
That's when I think Gail shoots her, right?
No,
And
no,
then
no, no, no.
that's hold on, it says
No, because remember,
Gail breaks free and shoots Amber, who lands on the stove and is set on fire.
uh, oh, hold on, here it is. Here it is. After Amber taunts Gail about how she killed Dewey, so it was revealed that she was
Yeah.
the one. Sydney turns the stove on, and Gail does the honor as she shoots Amber, who
Yeah.
falls onto the stove and set alight, burning to death.
Yep.
Death.
Yep.
So okay, and then we're gonna go to Sam and Richie. And it was revealed that he already knew her heritage.
Which is like, how did he tell?
Like he'd have to have a blood DNA.
Yeah, because like, how the hell did you figure that out? Like, how? What?
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so he says, "Oh, Dewey was right. Never trust a love interest." And that's when Sam, I guess, it's another Billy hallucination in the mirror. And this is where the next rule comes in, which I find it like, okay, this is just like a very rare rule.
Mm-hmm.
And she says you should never mess with the daughter of a serial killer, which I'm like, that's fair, but also rarely happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think she was able to grab a knife.
Oh my God, yeah. My favorite, I like the way it's written in Wikipedia, but it says embracing her paternal heritage. She uses the knife to stab Richie repeatedly.
And then slits his throat.
Yeah. She also like shoots him too, I think.
Yeah.
And
Oh well,
then
3 times.
yeah,
She
and
shoots him 3
then
times.
3 times, of course. Third
Yeah.
time's the charm.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can't, finish a Scream movie without the villain seemingly coming back. That's when Amber is like, ah! And then they all shoot her.
No. So Tara's the one that shoots her.
Really?
Yeah, it says
Oh, by Tara, yeah.
Yeah.
Tara shoots her.
Which I have to say, the scene where Amber comes back, it actually was revealed that that's a nod to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Really?
Yeah, because like Freddy Krueger is burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a reference to him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, I also thought there was going to be like a bit of a weird tension thing between Amber and Tara, because like she basically she was trying to protect Tara from like she didn't want her to die. She wanted her sister to die, right? Yeah, basically you like ruined stuff for Tara, and then Tara is a sweet little cinnamon roll child, and it's like, are you
Yeah, I think we skipped over that so often.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking that in the movie, and then I was like, oh, wait, no, she's just a murderer.
Like, I think she was just doing that to drag Sam out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just like,
that makes sense.
Yeah. I think, actually, I think that's probably how Richie found out, through Amber. Yeah. That Amber may have found out as well.
Well, but Sam didn't even know.
No, Sam didn't.
I mean, not Sam. Tara didn't even know before then.
No, but she may have found out through looking through Sam's stuff before she fully left.
I mean, maybe, but like still.
I mean, that's a stretch, but that's probably the only way.
Stretch.
That's a better convincing argument than blood test.
Well, yeah, but my thing about movies is that you can't just have stuff happen just to happen. Like there has to be like something behind it, and you can kind of show the audience how they get from point A to point B. You don't have to exactly show the entire thing, but you have to show a little bit, Right.
But like at the same time, like I mean, there's only so much you can show, and like in a movie especially.
Yeah, but also it's like it's a Scream movie. They're not gonna.
Yeah. So you just gotta stretch your disbelief.
I can only stretch it so far, hon.
Look. If I can still stretch it after Scream 3, I think we all can do it for Scream 5.
I think it's a fun movie.
That is a fun movie. Say. Yeah.
So, they defeat Amber. Amber is dead, like for realsies. I think they get her in the head.
Oh, so it is revealed that Chad, Randy's nephew, and then Mindy. They're still alive.
Thank goodness.
Yay! Thank you for not doing that.
Very happy they're alive.
Thank you
See
for
them
not
in the
hurting them
ambulance.
too far. Yep.
Yeah. Sam is like, oh my gosh, thank you guys for like helping, and then like
I'm gonna mourn for Dewey.
she's gonna mourn for Dewey, and she refuses to write about the news murders. Like,
Yeah, because it's like
because she doesn't want to give the killers notoriety
and like to have the cycle continue again. So yeah.
And instead, she writes a tribute to Dewey instead.
Yeah, and then like it it ends like Samantha and Tara are going to the hospital, and then like this movie ends with a title card saying "For Wes," which I'm just like, are you talking about the character or an actual person?
I think it's the character, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean for Wes? Did what?
Yeah, they legit. Okay, so
No, I know what you mean, but I'm saying like it kind of makes no sense because like it's a character, and like, it implies, oh, did they like film the movie? Like, did they decide to all get together to film this in like for Wes? Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
I'm looking for an actor or even someone named West who worked on the movie. Because, hi, can I help you? Why did you touch my leg? Why are you doing that? How dare you?
I'm giving you a free session with my puppies.
No, shoo, get away. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to look for this, but I don't know. I don't see any. Hold on. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Wes Craven.
Yeah, Wesley Earl Craven. An American film director, screenwriter, producer, actor, and editor. Due to the cultural. Wait, isn't he the dude who played?
So he's the one who directed the original Scream movies.
Okay.
So that's what it was for. It was in honor of
Was it really? Yeah,
it was in honor
Screams
of him.
2022 Wes Craven tribute was perfect. Yeah, okay, so it was
So it was for
a
someone.
tribute for him.
So we're sorry, we're dumb.
To be fair, we didn't know this.
We didn't know this until like
and
now.
there's a character named Wes.
Yeah.
So we were like, hold up.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's Scream 5. Bigger and better and gorier.
Yeah.
What
do you think of it?
I actually remember liking it. Like, I mean, my thing is like, I am always going to be kind of critical of any movie I see because I'm like, that makes no sense. What? How did you get from there to there? For example, I saw Jurassic World yesterday.
Don't spoil this for me, please.
I'm not going to spoil it, but basically, do we just say anything about it?
No.
Okay. You actually want to watch it?
I do kind of want to watch it because I want to form my own opinion.
Okay, well, I guess I won't say anything, but audience, based on my tone, I'm sure you can make your own conclusions.
Yeah. Well, granted, that movie's about bringing dead animals back to life with science that was not invented until recently.
Well, that was the plot since the first Jurassic Park movie, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you mean like the whole suspense disbelief?
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, just okay. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Anyways, we can do an episode for that sometime. But all right, Rainey. So, what were we gonna talk about in the beginning about the actress?
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I remember why. I was just like also like, oh, I wanted to say my opinion, but that's
go for it.
Okay, so I would say I'm like, I like it, but I'm not like, oh, this is amazing. Like, this is better than Scream 1 and 2, because I think Scream 1 and 2 were really good.
Nothing can beat the original first Scream movie, in my opinion. And also, the second one was pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that a lot.
But it's a lot better than Scream 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like,
anything is better than 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, her husband is Detective Mark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was not fucking explained, and that was only until after the movie we learned about that.
Yeah, they didn't really, like, hint to that. Like, she had kids and stuff, but they didn't really hint to
To her
that.
husband, yeah. But anyway,
Which, like, we shipped it so hard.
we did. It was like
He just kind of disappeared, but then it's like, yeah, it is canon that she's married to him. And
I
it's
think-
like, how? What? Where is he?
I think it's just because in the fourth movie he was originally going to come in, but the scheduling
Oh,
couldn't
is
work
that
out.
is that really what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. Like, so he couldn't come in, so they had to cut him out.
Oh, so what about the third one though?
The third, that's when he came in.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it was.
So it was the
For some
fourth
reason, I
one.
got mixed up with the second one.
Yeah, it was the fourth one where he couldn't come in because of scheduling conflict.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so the main actress, what is her name?
Oh,
I think it's
she is
Nueve. I'm reading it upside down.
Neve Campbell.
Yes.
Is that right?
So Campbell is actually not coming back from the next movie because of a salary dispute where she was actually being paid less than her co-stars.
Really? Why?
I don't know, but a lot of her co-stars from original to current, they were like, yeah, that's not fucking fair. She basically carried this entire franchise.
She's the main character.
Yeah, she's the reason why this franchise is still around.
Yeah, she is the star, literally, in all of the films. Even in, like, the newest one, she is still, like, yeah, she's kind of like, oh, one of the original cast, but she is still, like, the one who started it all, basically. Yeah.
So it's like, that's what's happening. That's why she's not coming back.
That sucks.
I know, and like that, I'm just like, I'm gonna try to. I still want to see Scream 6, but I know deep down I'm not gonna enjoy it because she's not gonna be there.
Yeah, and Dewey is gone.
Dewey's gone.
Even like the actress who played like Gail and like the guy who played Dewey, like they got paid more than her.
I think so.
Why?
I don't know.
What is this weird like?
I have no idea.
Why did she not get paid?
Like,
I mean, why did she not get paid the same amount?
I have no idea. Like, I'm still trying to look into it, but like, all I know is that she was not being paid the same amount.
That's
or she was being paid less than what she should have been owed. But yeah. So it's a lot of financial issue. It's a lot of a salary issue.
Yeah.
So that's why she's not coming back.
Okay.
And a lot of people are like, that's really fucked up. Like, you should have been paying her.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for her, the Scream movies would basically have died out.
Well, yeah, and it's not even about the case of, like, if it wasn't for her. It's also, as an actor, like, she should be paid fairly as every other actor is. Yeah. Like, I guess it could be because, like, maybe, like, it's the whole, like, time, like, how many minutes she is on screen, you know, compared to the other actors. But even then, it's, like, she had, like, reasonably same amount of time as, like, you know, like, Gail, like, the actors for, like, Gail and Dewey.
Yeah. So it's just like...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, did you already talk about your opinions?
I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, from Scream 5, it's, like, below Scream 1 and 2, but much higher than Scream 3 and 4.
Yeah, okay, that's what you said.
Because, like, I hate Scream 3.
So how would you rank, like, to put the movies in an order of, like, best to worst?
Oh, okay. So for me, number 1, Scream 1, obviously.
Yeah.
Then Scream 2, Scream 5, Scream 4.
Really?
Because it had some decent moments.
Wait, but that's Scream 4. I thought you hated that one.
Oh, I did hate that, but I hate Scream 3 more.
Really?
Because of that stupid device.
Oh.
That just ruined the movies. Like, that makes no fucking sense. I hate it.
Okay. I have the same opinion, except
you're gonna switch 3 and 4.
Yeah. The fourth is well, you know, I don't really know.
Like, the fourth movie, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't,
but it was just boring.
Yeah.
The only reason I like it more than Scream 3 is that they at least tried to show what happens when the final girl takes Fame to her head.
Mm-hmm.
Lets Fame get to her head. While Scream 3 was just so confusing.
Actually, yeah, I agree. I think Scream 3 would be ranked last.
Yeah, and plus that stupid device. I'm sorry, I can't get over it. That stupid device.
Yeah.
I hate it because that makes no fucking sense, which means you would have to literally... Because it makes no sense. I'm sorry, I have to go on a tangent. It makes no sense because you had to at least hear some of the words that the person you want to imitate have said and match their tones perfectly on the device.
Not even just the tone, it's also the inflection
and
too.
the inflections too. So you're just like, how the fuck can you do that when we, in reality, cannot even get to that point?
Yeah, we had to do that like post editing, as far as I'm aware, or you have to just like. I've really done a lot of like studying and getting it just right. But like this is a teenage girl who doesn't even. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate that device so much.
Very fair. All right, so that is all of the Scream movies as of now.
As of now, and then there is a TV show which I think got canceled at some point.
Yeah, I don't think it had many seasons.
Yeah, hold on, because Scream TV show. Because I'm trying to figure out where to watch it.
Oh yeah, we were thinking about watching a few episodes to check it out.
Yeah.
I remember hearing, I remember seeing like the trailers and the advertisements for it when it first came out, and I remember hearing not a lot of great stuff about it.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm pretty curious though. It could make for a good hate watch.
Yeah. Oh, it is on Netflix.
Okay.
So maybe we can try to watch it and then like scream at it.
Scream at Scream.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I hate. I feel like I'm gonna hate it, but I try to give everything the benefit of doubt.
Yeah.
Except for movie 3.
Except for movie 3. All right, I think that wraps this episode up.
Oh yeah, we went way over.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that like I said, that was all the Scream movies as of now. And yeah.
And hopefully we will try to get the TV show watched.
And we'll move on to different stuff too.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll go back into the Wikipedia hole.
Yeah, we might do that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you have a wonderful day.
Like what Sunny said. This is gonna be fun to edit.
Good luck.
Thank you.